What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today we're taking a look at the 1.75 dev server, specifically the French tanks that are being introduced. Right now on the dev server, the only new tanks that are being introduced are the French. There are a couple of others that were data mined, for example the Panther slash M10, which is a combination of an M10 and a Panther. It's a really interesting little vehicle. That has been data mined, but it's not in the game currently. I suspect that that will not be in the game upon release. If I were to be a betting man, I would say that that's one of the Winter Chronicles prizes, but don't quote me on that. Only time will tell. Let's go ahead and get into the premium vehicle, shall we? First of all, at better rating 1.3, we got the H.39. Is it Cambronne? Cambronne? Only costs 63 gold. That's with a 75% discount that's on the dev server, so you could do the math on that. Let's see what we got. And it's a little... oh, it's cute, isn't it? 40 millimeters of armor. Yeah, that's not going to stop much. I do like the camo on this. Simple. 2 crew members. A lot of ammo here on the side. Only one ammo option. APC, armor piercing capped. Not a bad pen for 1.3. This is going to be one of those vehicles that I probably don't plan on buying myself, but it could be a lot of fun at low tiers. Next up, we have the B1, better rating 2.3. This is a bundle pack. You buy this, you get some gold, you get some premium time, the usual. Another really odd looking vehicle. When Gaijin announced this, I thought this was a really funny looking vehicle. 70 millimeters of armor at an 18-degree slope. That's probably not going to be a weakness there. Cupola up here, this top mount, that could be a weakness. Take a look at definitely a weakness at 2.3. I think this is going to be a difficult tank to pen for some. Some you might need APCR to take out this tank from the front. Might have to flank it. Surprisingly good armor for a tier 2 2.3 BR. Take a look at the ammo. 57 millimeters at 500 to max pen at 90 degrees. Not bad. I'm gonna take this out actually. The rounded sides on this remind me a little bit of one of those inflatable tanks that Gaijin had with as one of the April Fool's Day events a couple years back. It reminds me of those blow up Shermans. The 75 millimeter on the bottom. And what is on top? 75 millimeter on the bottom and a 47 on the top. Okay. Let's take a look at the other ammo then. I didn't look at that. 52 mils at 9 degrees at 500 meters. Okay. It does remind me, of course, of the M3 Grant then, because of the 2 different sized guns. So the shape of it's kind of funny looking. I don't have this. This is again as a bundle pack. I bought the other 2 bundles though, the M4A1 and the AMX. Let's take a look at these quick. Let's first take a look at the armor. Alright, typical Sherman armor. Turret, 40 millimeters. Some well-angled stuff here, 43 degrees. It's nothing impressive, actually. I'm expecting this to be average, actually. The gun is actually what I'm more interested in. Take a look at it. 75 millimeter gun, APC and HE, but there is no high explosive in this. This is just solid shot. Interesting. Modifications, just artillery and smoke. Let's go ahead and take this out for a test drive, shall we? Oh, X-ray, do we need this? No, we don't need to look at a Sherman's. We know what Sherman's look like at this point, I think. Yeah, the lack of high explosive filler, though, that's going to be an issue. At 4.7, it's going to be at the same BR as the Sherman Firefly, I believe. I believe that's a 4.7. Turret rotation is pretty good, actually. Pretty impressive with the turret rotation. Brakes, really good. No stabilizer. If you get a reserve tank, or nearly a reserve tank, you'll have no problem killing it. Yeah, lack of stabilizer is an issue. Got a fire, so he'll burn out. But yeah, the lack of HE filler is going to be an issue with this vehicle. Let's take a look at the vertical. It come up very well. Not as much as I was expecting, but that's okay. This isn't a AAA or a SPA. Take a look at the reverse. -4. That's just awful. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. 4.7, no high explosive filler. It's gonna be like using the Sherman Firefly. Yeah, you can pen at everything. That's wow. I want my stabilizer. Even a basic stabilizer would be nice. Yeah, it's almost like firing APCR. You know, just whatever you hit dies. Reload is really good. Gotta say the reload is really nice. That's one of the saving graces. But okay, if you get the ammo wreck, you're golden. It's an interesting tank. I'm not sure what I would. I'm not sure if I'm going to regret buying this though. Lack of high explosive filler though, and yeah. AMX-30 SS11. This is a battle rating 6.7. Take a look at it. Oh boy, look at those AT gems. Armor. 40 millimeters, 67 degree slope. So even though it's not much armor, it's gonna bounce some shells because of that steep angle. Turret wise though, it's really nothing to write home about. Deal with the X-ray. Wow, get ammo stored everywhere, including the back of the turret. Take a look at the ammo. APC again at 6.3. You won't even be able to pen the King Tiger's front turret with this. You see this in either arcade or realistic. HE 10 millimeters. APCBC, but no high explosive filler. You have to be really close to kill a King Tiger. So depending on how things shake out with the nation lineups, you will be facing King Tigers with this thing, and you're gonna have to pen them somehow. It looks like you're gonna have to use the ATGM. 600 millimeters of pen. That's impressive. Let's take this out. Wow, this feels fast and light. I like this. No stabilizer. Wow. That's gonna be an issue. Fast though. Good brakes. Try the ATGMs. Holy cow! Yeah, that'll put a hurting on the tank. If you can take out a mouse, it'll certainly take out a King Tiger or T-29, whatever you happen to be going up against. Turret rotation is really nice, and it's fast. It really feels like it's zipping along. With no armor though, it is at a bit of a disadvantage. The ATGMs are, well, that shot went right through. The ATGMs you have to use with your WASD keys, just like with the STRV. They are not mouse aimed. Wow. Yeah, I think people are gonna like this actually. This does remind me a little bit of the RU-251 in its speed and maneuverability. I don't actually own the RU, but I've test driven it a number of times because I know people like that vehicle, even though the gun is pretty mediocre. The 90mm heat FS is pretty much a letdown. But if you can put something with ATGM, it's gonna be dangerous. The problem is you have to flank with this. ATGM should only be used if you have to engage something frontally. Whoop. Okay, let's try this again. Oh my god. Okay, so you might want to engage from a longer distance so that you don't completely screw up the ATGM launch. The AMR-35 ZT3 light tank, tier 1. No, let's not test drive. Let's just take a look at it. Very boxy, very, yeah. The box on tracks. That's pretty typical of early tanks, isn't it? Two crew members. So yeah, this will be a one-shotter. 25mm gun. Decent penetration for this tier. Okay. Take a look at the camouflages actually now that I'm looking at these. Can we research all of these? No. Interesting. It doesn't say if you can earn them or not. I don't know if you have to buy them. Got some nice looking options though. Next up we have the SAU-40 tank destroyer. Tier 2, bettering 2.7. That doesn't look like a Russian tank destroyer. I don't know what does. Reminds me of the SU-152 and a couple of others. Although a lot of rounded corners here, a lot of rounded edges. I'm noticing on French tanks. 3 crew members. A great big engine on the back. 75mm APX cannon. Reload rate of 7.2. That's pretty impressive. Take a look at the ammo. APHE, here we go. Finding something with some APHE. 90mm grams. Okay, decent pen. Again, this is only a bettering 2.7. Take this out for a quick spin. Yeah, I'm not too impressed with the guns on those premiums. Wow. That is funky looking tank. Top turret rotates so slowly. That was kind of underwhelming. Okay. Good maneuverability. A decent maneuverability. I'm not really sure what to make of these little antennas. It looks like you can hang up your clothes when they get wet. I don't know what to make of this tank. It's an interesting little vehicle. Gun isn't exactly overwhelming. $90 grams of filler isn't exactly impressive, is it? Not one-shotting them like I expected it to. Let's go back to the hangar and find something else to play. That was kind of underwhelming. I don't know about you guys. Next up, we have the M10 Gmc. We already know about this vehicle, as we've got one in the American and the British tech tree. This is 76mm cannon. Gun-wise, here we go. Got a decent gun. APCBC with high explosive filler. This is one of the standouts. This is going to do a lot of work for grinding the French tech tree. I guarantee it. People are gonna put a talisman on this and grind some of these other vehicles because of the high explosive filler. That's going to be a very important vehicle, I would imagine. Next up, we have the Lorraine at battle rating 6.0, 15.6 second reload, and my god, it looks like a really fat Hetzer. Interesting. Armor 50mm, but it's angled at 55 degrees, so that'll be pretty ineffective. I'm thinking, because 6.0, you're gonna be facing some big tanks. You're gonna be facing some vehicles with some really strong guns, and I'm not entirely sure that this is going to hold up. Armor, or excuse me, the X-ray shows 5 crew members. Most of them are in a row, so just like the German Hetzer, it's gonna be pretty easy to kill these with one or two shots. You look at the mods. 100mm shell. Excellent penetration. Wow, 216 at 500 meters on a 90 degrees slope. But again, no filler, no high explosive filler. You also get an HE shell with 18 mils of pen. Nothing too impressive. Let's take this out for a spin. 6.0. Wow. Oh, baby. I like that sound of the gun. It's the same sound as the 10.5 King Tiger. And I love that gun. This thing is fast. 50 kilometers an hour already. Yeah, this is fast. Holy moly, this thing's fast. Take this to a flank. It doesn't matter that it doesn't have any high explosive filler. Aim for an ammo rack, aim for the cannon breech on something on the side. Lights out. Yeah, a Hetzer with an amazing gun and speed. It's low profile, it's really broad. It's... my god, is it wide. There's the cannon breech. Yeah. No high explosive filler is going to be a little bit limiting. But you can pen basically anything at this BR and above. I don't think you'll mind in an up tier. Just the armor, you have to hide. One thing I didn't look at is the gun depression. -6, okay. Not great gun depression, but you can use hills to some extent. Lorraine could be pretty good. Next up, we have the AMX-50. Is it Foch or Foch? I don't know. Battle rating 7.7. A 120mm cannon, with a 15mm machine gun. -6 gun depression. 19.4 second reload. That's gonna be rough. Let's take a look at the armor. 180mm thick at 55 degrees. Again, at 7.7, it won't mean much, probably. Maybe in a down tier. Imagine this in a down tier. Because the effective thickness is, it's over 2 260 to 280. That's gonna be rough against, you know, say a T29 or King Tiger. The cupola is going to be probably, yeah, it'll be a weakness because they got ammo here, got a crew member here. Interesting. You look at the ammo. Well, it's literally just AP. 286 at 500. 303 right up at close. Wow. HE is just 39 mils. Yeah, so you won't use that. My God, though. I want to see what this vehicle's speed is like. If it's anything like the Lorraine. The machine gun doesn't make any sounds. It's so quiet. It feels taller than the Lorraine. Not quite as wide. Maybe it is as wide. Maybe it's, yeah, maybe it's bigger. Look how tightly grouped everything is. Oh. She is long too. Oh my God, that sounds awful. The gun is long, and so is the tank itself. It's long and sleek. It reminds me a little bit of the Object 120 or the Object 906, and it is fast. Not quite as fast as the Lorraine. Stop. Yeah, it'll pen anything. They need to fix that gun sounds though. I'm noticing all of the sounds on the dev server are quieter than they are on the live server. But that's typical dev server stuff. There are issues. So much gun movement. Very little side to side actually. You have to get your gun on target. You have to move the vehicle. That's the most reliable way. That top turret on the left there, as you're facing it, that's going to be a weakness. They didn't even take a look at the lower plate. Actually, I should take a look at that lower plate. Fast, agile, a strong gun, no APHE filler though. Armor, take a look at the lower plate. 100 millimeters, 60-degree angle. And it's so low to the ground, you're gonna find that difficult to pen. Just to hit. Because anyone smart is going to be hiding that behind either a hill or a piece of rubble if you're in say, you know, a Poland or Eastern Europe or some sort of cities map. That's gonna be rough to kill. If you're down tiered. Yeah, that's some darn good armor for a tank destroyer. Hey, look at the, well, one SPA 40mm Bofors. Not a fan of the Bofors, to be honest with you. Single gun. Do we take it out? What kind of pen does it have? Okay. That's actually got a pretty good pen. Trouble is, everything's going to be able to kill it by the time you crew it up. Three-man crew. Machine guns are going to kill this. Yeah, I'm not going to take out. The FCM-36, a light tank, better rating 1.0. Oh my God, is that cute or what? Not gonna lie, this thing looks like a chicken. Looked like a rooster to me. First time I looked at it. First shell is APCR. Man, that's some pretty pathetic pen. Yeah. Not even gonna drive that thing out. The low tier stuff, I don't find that to be that interesting to drive. The R39. Okay. Nothing earth-shattering here. Two-man crew. How about the gun? One shell option. And decent shell, actually. This BR. The B1 BIS. 2.3. A 75 and a 47, just like the other one. Can't imagine there's much of a difference between this and the other. Reload 9.8. Vertical guidance 18 degrees below. Wow. That's a really good gun depression. Interesting. The jumbo. The tried and true jumbo. With a 75, I presume, yep, 75. Better aim 4.7. We all know all about this vehicle. Strong turret, strong frontal armor. Unless you're up against Tigers, T-3045s. Good tank. This is just like the M10. Another one of the vehicles that I could see someone putting a talisman in and just using this to grind most of the tech tree for France. Next up we have the H.35, another light tank. Reserved here. Cute little guy. 7.8 reload. APCR. And APHE. Interesting. We have the H.39. Very similar tank designs at this BR. They could have 13 gun depression. Man. There aren't very many vehicles in this game from any nation that have that kind of gun depression. Negative 18 gun depression, 9.8 seconds reload. It's the S35 BR 2.0. 35 mils. Got some good angles here, actually. Turret, though, is pretty, yeah. 3-man crew. Lots of ammo on this side. 2 ammo options, APC. Decent pen, actually, there for 2.0. High explosive with 4mm, yeah, that's useless. Useless unless you're going up against AAA vehicles. Next up we have the M4A1 Sherman. Again, same tried and true vehicle that we have in the American tech tree. Negative 12 degrees gun depression. What? Is that better than the American one? I don't remember the American one being negative 12. Go back and look at the American. It is negative 12. I thought it was 8. Okay. Correct. I was wrong. Imagine that. M4A4 SA50. Wow, that's an interesting Sherman, isn't it? This is the Super Sherman. Battle rating 4.7. Negative 10 degrees gun depression. 9.8 second reload. You look at the armor. 65 mils. Turret is 63. A nice little slope edge, but nothing too impressive. 5 crew members. Let's see, I'll take a look at the ammo. APC, HE, APCBC. Again, no high explosive filler. I went ahead and bought the upgraded ammo from Golden Eagles. I don't know if this is going to be much of an upgrade over the premium Sherman that we have available to us for purchase. Negative 4, yeah, same sort of options as far as the transmission. With a lucky shot more than anything, ammo rack. The turret is better on this than the premium. The hull is pretty similar. It basically depends on exactly where on the hull you're talking. There are quite a few variations on the premium version. Church of Verse is still kind of, yeah, it's okay. Still gonna have the problem with the other Sherman as this one, which is the lack of high explosive filler and no no stabilizer. Not even a basic stabilizer like you have on a few of the American ones. So this it could be fun. All right, let's take a look at the Lorraine 40T, a medium tank, 6.3, 100mm gun. That's an interesting looking design, isn't it? -8 degrees gun depression, 9 shots a minute. I believe this has got the auto loader. 38 second reload. Armor. Oh, that was bad armor. That is really mediocre armor. For medium? It's almost like a light tank armor. You know, like a... Let's see. 216 at 500 at 90-degree angle. Wow. That'll pack a punch, that's for sure. Let's take this out. Let's take a look at this thing. Give him a machine gun. The armor is kind of, yeah. At first glance, you see that pike nose, and it thinks, or it reminds you of the IS-3 T10M, but it's not nearly as thick. Let's see. It's got really good acceleration. First, -22, -23. That's awfully impressive. Neutral gear steering, I like that. Oh, that reverse though, that'll get you out of a jam. You're gonna have to use it because of the poor armor. So we got 7 rounds in this clip, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see how the reload is. Pretty good. Wow, perfect ammo rack, really? You're gonna give me that War Thunder? Trying to get the gunner there, or excuse me, the driver. I'm a little bit higher there. There we go. Got the ammo too. Got 2 rounds left in the clip. Go for this guy here. There we go. And now the long reload. That's gonna take a while, isn't it? It's a nice looking vehicle, a 7-round clip. This could be very useful in the flank. Just thinking Mozdok right now. I played that map earlier today. You could make good work of this on a ridge on Mozdok, or Kursk, or many other maps. You know, all in all, the reload isn't that bad. Just like that, we got 7 shells ready to go. This could be a really effective tank, especially after the disappointment that was that Japanese tank. What was it? The whole row, the whole read number 2. I can't think of what it's called now. At first, it had a 3-round magazine. Then it was reduced to a 2-mag. Yeah, the Chiri 2. Okay. Getting my tank names confused. Next up, we have the AMX-30 1972 variant at 7.7. We have a top tier tank, or nearly a top tier tank. Take a look at this guy. Ooh, that looks sexy. -8 gun depression, 11-second reload. Look at the armor here. Wow. That's some really slanted armor here. 68 degrees. Turret is 80. Okay, well, here's how this looks like. What, you know, how many layers there are behind this. Because the armor viewer in War Thunder doesn't show everything, as we've learned with the IS-6 disaster. Ammo rack here in front, and my God, look at that turret. Look at that turret; it's just full of ammo. And the fuel tanks here. The modifications. First round is heat. 360 mils. 780 grams of high explosive filler. You have HE, 25 millimeters pen, and a smoke shell. Interesting. So the rangefinder, smoke grenades, smoke shell, the whole 9 yards. I'm not too sure what I think about the heat for the ammo type. Very few tanks use heat. Usually it's heat FS or APFSDS. Oh, that was a nasty shot. Yeah, heat has really been retired in a sense, you know. Remember the M46 patent used to have heat, then it became heat FS. You can get that ammo rack though. That's pretty dead with maneuverability. This thing feels really fast, you know, just to start to finish. Let's stop it. Good brakes. Reverse. Negative 23. Okay. Well, maneuverability. No neutral gear steering. That's unfortunate. The turret traverse is really good. Yeah, this is going to be a popular tank. I can already see it. Darn strong cannon. Just a matter of how well that heat is going to hold up against vehicles like the M40, or excuse me, the M60 A1 Rise, because of the reactive armor that it gets. You have to shoot the armor off and then blast it. After all, that reactive armor stops heat. Now we find ourselves back to the reserves with some more light tanks. The AMC-34YR. Another cute little guy. 47mm cannon. Negative 8 gun depression. 7.8 second reload. I didn't look at the AMX-30 die. I mean, it is 11 seconds, okay. I thought I overlooked that. The AMC-35 2.0 BR. Very similar design. Good gun. Negative 12, 3.9 second reload. Wow. But flat armor everywhere. Yeah. Not very good survivability capabilities, I'm afraid. AMX-30 FL11, 75mm cannon at 3.3 BR. So I believe this is the same gun that's on the premium Sherman, as well as the Super Sherman. Armor, really well angled. It's really gonna be interesting to see how this holds up though in game. Turret, very low armor. That is a tightly little packed crew compartment, isn't it? And these guys are just jam-packed in there with ammo. You're gonna have to really limit yourself. Maximum ammo is 36 rounds. Negative 6 gun depression, 7.5 reload. At least you get the APCBC right out of the gate. And it's only got 91mm of pen. That's less. It's less pen than the Sherman. Okay. Yeah, no high explosive filler. And then you get the 10mm pin high explosive shell. And this is a light tank, so it gets the new airstrike modification as well as the improved optics modification. First impressions, feels exactly like the Walker Bulldog. Sounds like the Bulldog as well. Decently fast. The turret style and the gun break, the design, it reminds me a little bit of the T-92. They have an alien looking tank. And I got the antennas are enormous. Just like the T-92. This is like the French T-92. Reverse -6. Eesh. Doesn't have neutral gear steering, unfortunately. Yeah, this is like the French T-92. Just AP shells, or APCBC, but no filler. And of course, no stabilizer yet either, but I think we've come to realize the French tanks aren't using stabilizers by the looks of it. I don't know if there were any French tanks that had stabilizers. Next up, we have the AMX-30. -6 gun depression, 12 shots a minute, 45-second reload. So not another autoloader. 40 mils, 67 degrees slope. Very little armor. Ooh. They're packed in there, aren't they? First shell is just APC. Good pen. But not at this BR. 140 at 500 meters. Better rating 6.0 is still pretty mediocre. APC, BC, again, mediocre pen. Not that impressed with the AMX-30 ammo. It's pretty much the same vehicle that we looked at earlier. Where is it? Yeah, right here, the AMX-30, just this doesn't seem to get the 80 GMs. So I don't see there being any point in taking a look at that. Another AMX-13 90. This is the 90, okay. 90mm cannon. -6 gun depression, 45-second reload. Another autoloader. But at 7.0. Let's see if it's... Ooh. Nice gun. Interesting sloped armor again. Really well angled. Again, tightly compacted. Big shells in there. 90 mils. Ooh, heat FS. Here we go. High explosive mass. 670 grams of HE and smoke. Got the airstrike, got the improved optics, smoke grenade, smoke shell, artillery. Just an interesting little light tank. Check this out. See how it does. I'm expecting it to perform pretty much the same as the other ones. Just you're getting a bigger cannon with antennas that can barely fit on my screen. My God. Antennas are enormous. Excellent forward speeds. Reverse speeds -6. You know, nothing to write home about. Still no neutral gear steering. EFS, and wow, that's a fast reload with the autoloader. Get 12 shells. It's got a hell of a kick. between the ammo. There we go. 7 shells left. God, it's got some recoil on it. That recoil is something else. I want to fire just without looking down the gun to see how it looks. Wow. It's almost like it needs some extra suspension on the back just to help deal with the added recoil from that 90mm gun. If I can hit this. Just off the ammo. That's funny. This is an interesting little tank. Heat FS. Yeah, I think this will be another popular one. Last, but certainly not least, we have the AMX-30 Hot. A 75mm cannon with 6 HOT or hot ATGMs at 9.0. We gotta take a look at this. Oh, this is looking interesting. Same armor, nothing to write home about. Nothing's really changed. You just got the new rocket launchers on the side at 9.0. We gotta take a look at the gun. The gun is awful. Same 75 as on the earlier ones at 9.0, so it'll be essentially useless. Because you're not going to be able to pen what, T64 or KPZ very well with that. You're going to be relying on the ATGMs. You only get 6 rockets. That's interesting. They don't even show up in the things. Alright, well, let's try them out. And they're mouse aim, apparently, because I didn't do a thing. Yeah, they don't show up in the tubes. That's a dev server issue, I'm sure. They'll get that fixed. Wow. It flies so damn fast. It reminds me of the BMP for the Soviets. Unbelievable speed on that rocket, on that ATGM. Like a fastball. Streaks through the sky, man. Anything left out here? My God, the speed on this thing is impressive. Just, holy moly! Too bad they don't show up in the tubes, but that's okay. Yeah, you only get 6, so once you're out, you're gonna have to return to a cap that your team is in control of and rearm yourself with 6 more ATGMs. And of course, once you get yourself reloaded with more ammo, you can go out and have some more fun. But until then, I don't know. The gun itself is really a disappointment. Let's see if I can hit this one on the move. Holy moly. Easy too. It's so easy to aim with this. And thank God this comes... Wow. This comes with the ATGM right out of the gate and you don't have to research it or anything. Oh, the gun though is the big disappointment. You can hide yourself behind a ridgeline and flank. This could be really useful. But again, you only get 6 rockets. once you're out, you're gonna have to return. And I'm out. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. If you have any questions about the vehicles featured in this video, let me know in the comment section below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care, guys.